Come spend the week with us in Nashville. We live in our self converted school bus, and on the way from Chattanooga to Nashville, our dashboard gauges started going out, which is actually a common problem in these old school buses. So thankfully, it was an easy DIY type fix that Paul was able to do himself. The hardest part was just getting the dashboard out. So instead of removing the whole rubber cover, we just decided to cut a small piece out of the bottom. And of course, it was totally worth it to have a working dashboard again. Now, since Nashville is known as Music City, we thought this would be the perfect place for Paul to finally get a new guitar since he's played the same $20 guitar for over a decade. I've spent so long trying to convince him to get a better one, so this was a moment years in the making, although there were only a few in our price range. I tried to push for this white one simply because I thought it was pretty, but Paul ended up going with the one that felt the best, and wow, does this one sound so much better than his old guitar. Another thing we got done this week was I hung up this big map over a corkboard so I could use pin and strings to document our travels. I think this is just going to be a beautiful way to remember this adventure we're on. And this weekend, we went golfing, which, fun fact about us, we love to golf, and it's one of the many hobbies we had to put to the side in order to do the bus conversion. So it's a real full circle moment to be back out on the greens and here with our finished bus. And this golf course had sheep roaming on it, which I thought was so cool, and I definitely prefer some sheep over the gators that roam our golf courses back home in Florida. Now, this is where things took a little bit of a detour because we were actually supposed to leave Nashville Monday morning, but when we turned the bus on to go, we noticed one of our airbags was leaking, which our bus has air brakes, so there's airbags on both sides for the suspension. Regardless, definitely something we're getting fixed before we continue on because we're literally here in a city around a bunch of mechanics, and we're so grateful that it happened here and now, and it is something that can be easily fixed. So, all that to say, it looks like we will be spending another week in Nashville, but thankfully, Nashville is such a fun city, so we will definitely be making good use of our extra week here. So, make sure you follow along for the ride.